Good evening. I don't know if it's because we turned the clocks back a week or so ago, last Sunday, I guess, or it's because I'm getting old, or some combination. But I'll tell you what, at 6 o'clock on a Monday night tonight, I'm going to do my Bible reading a little early this evening. And originally I was going to do it early because, again, it's Monday night. I am coming at you from Appleton, Wisconsin, which is a town about 30 miles south of Green Bay, home of the Green Bay Packers. And the Green Bay Packers are playing on Monday Night Football tonight, which I think is a fairly big event in this state, which is a Green Bay Packer crazy state. So anyway, I wanted to go early just in case I wanted to go out, find a bar, watch the game. But as my day became night and the sun set, my body started really relaxing. And again, I don't know if it's because we turned the clocks back and I'm in hibernation mode, or I don't know, I'm just lazy, or I'm getting old, or I'll tell you one nice thing about living in Wisconsin. I mean, it's great having friends, and it was great meeting buddies out to watch a game and to get together and what have you. On a night when you're not so sure you feel like going out, it's nice to have the option of just having a quiet night at home. And I'm still debating what I'm going to do. But anyway, good evening. My name's Ken Tracy, and about 2 months ago, I started on a little journey to read the Bible. It's a big book. It's a long book. The pages are thin. The print is small, and the words are challenging. And I've been reading 2 chapters a night. If you just sit down and try to read the Bible, it's going to be an overwhelming task. And I think most people probably get started and give up pretty quickly. But I've always loved the expression, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. And that's the way I'm taking this reading and kind of taking life a little bit. You don't need to climb Mount Everest in a day. As a matter of fact, you can't. But you take it bit by bit and you keep moving forward, and you can accomplish great things. And what I'm hoping to accomplish here is completing the reading the whole Bible. And again, a very big book. It's going to take me over a year to do it at 2 chapters a night, but I'm willing to put in the time and the determination and the consistency, and I hope you're willing to follow. So with that in mind, again, we're in the Book of Leviticus, which is the 3rd book, and I'm going to be reading chapter 9 and 10 tonight. So thank you for joining me. Chapter 9, the Lord accepts Aaron's offering. On the 8th day, Moses called Aaron and his sons and the elders of Israel, and he said to Aaron, "Take for yourself a bull calf for a sin offering and a ram for a burnt offering, both without blemish, and offer them before the Lord. And say to the people of Israel, take a male goat for a sin offering, and a calf and a lamb, both a year old without blemish, for a burnt offering, and an ox and a ram for peace offerings, to sacrifice before the Lord, and a grain offering mixed with oil, for today the Lord will appear to you." And they brought what Moses commanded in front of the tent of meeting, and all the congregation drew near and stood before the Lord. And Moses said, "This is the thing that the Lord commanded you to do, that the glory of the Lord may appear to you." Then Moses said to Aaron, "Draw near to the altar and offer your sin offering and your burnt offering, and make atonement for yourself and for the people, and bring the offering of the people and make atonement for them as the Lord has commanded." So Aaron drew near to the altar and killed the calf of the sin offering, which was for himself. And the sons of Aaron presented the blood to him, and he dipped his finger in the blood, and put it on the horns of the altar, and poured out the blood at the base of the altar. But the fat and the kidneys and the long lobe of the liver from the sin offering he burned on the altar, as the Lord commanded Moses. The flesh and skin he burned up with fire outside the camp. Then he killed the burnt offering, and Aaron's sons handed him the blood, and he threw it against the sides of the altar. And they handed the burnt offering to him, piece by piece, and the head he burned them on the altar. And he washed the entrails and the legs, and burned them with the burnt offering on the altar. Then he presented the people's offering, and took the goat of the sin offering that was for the people, and killed it, and offered it as a sin offering, like the first one. And he presented the burnt offering, and offered it according to the rule. And he presented the grain offering, took a handful of it, and burnt it on the altar, besides the burnt offering of the morning. Then he killed the ox and the ram, the sacrifice of peace offerings for the people. And Aaron's sons handed him the blood, and he threw it against the sides of the altar. But the fat pieces of the ox and the ram, the fat tail and that which covers the entrails and the kidneys and the long lobe of the liver, they put the fat pieces on the breasts, and he burned the fat pieces on the altar. But the breasts and the right thigh Aaron waved for a wave offering before the Lord, as Moses commanded. Then Aaron lifted up his hands towards the people and blessed them. And he came down from offering the sin offerings and the burnt offering and the peace offerings. And Moses and Aaron went into the tent of meeting, and when they came out, they blessed the people, and the glory of the Lord appeared to all the people. And fire came out before the Lord, and consumed the burnt offering, and the pieces of fat on the altar. And when all the people saw it, they shouted and fell on their faces. Chapter 10, the death of Nadab and Abihu. Now Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, each took his censer and put fire in it, and laid incense on it, and offered unauthorized fire before the Lord, which he had not commanded them. And fire came out from before the Lord and consumed them, and they died before the Lord. Then Moses said to Aaron, "This is what the Lord has said, among those who are near me I will be sanctified, and before all the people I will be glorified." And Aaron held his peace. And Moses called Mishael and Elizaphan, the sons of Uzziel, the uncle of Aaron, and said to them, "Come near, carry your brothers away from the front of the sanctuary and out of camp." So they came near and carried them in their coats out of the camp, as Moses had said. And Moses said to Aaron and to Eleazar and to Ithamar his sons, "Do not let the hair of your heads hang loose, and do not tear up your clothes, lest you die, and wrath come upon all the congregation. But let your brothers, the whole house of Israel, bewail the burning that the Lord has kindled. And do not go outside the entrance of the tent of meeting, lest you die, for the anointing oil of the Lord is upon you." And they did according to the word of Moses. And the Lord spoke to Aaron, saying, "Drink no wine or strong drink, you or your sons with you, when you go into the tent of meeting, lest you die. It shall be a statute forever through your generations. You are to distinguish between the holy and the common, and between the clean and the unclean. And you are to teach the people of Israel all the statutes that the Lord has spoken to them by Moses." Moses spoke to Aaron and to Eleazar and to Ithamar, his surviving sons, "Take the grain offering that is left of the Lord's food offerings, and eat it unleavened beside the altar, for it is most holy. You shall eat it in a holy place, because it is your due and your son's due from the Lord's food offerings, for so I am commanded. But the breast that is waved and the thigh that is contributed you shall eat in a clean place, you and your sons and your daughters with you, for they are given as your due to your sons and your sons' due from the sacrifices of the peace offerings of the people of Israel. The thigh that is contributed and the breast that is waved shall bring with the food offerings of the fat pieces to wave for a wave offering before the Lord. And it shall be yours and your sons with you as due forever, as the Lord has commanded. Now Moses diligently inquired about the goat of the sin offering, and behold, it was burned up. And he was angry with Eleazar and Ithamar, the surviving sons of Aaron, saying, Why have you not eaten the sin offering in the place of the sanctuary, since it is a thing most holy, and has been given to you, that you may bear the iniquity of the congregation, to make atonement for them before the Lord? Behold, its blood was not brought into the inner part of the sanctuary. You certainly ought to have eaten it in the sanctuary, as I commanded. And Aaron said to Moses, Behold, today they have offered their sin offering and their burnt offering before the Lord, and yet such things as these have happened to me. If I had eaten the sin offering today, would the Lord have approved? And when Moses heard that, he approved. And with that, I have finished chapters 9 and 10 from the Book of Leviticus. And honestly, I found this a little bit easier to read tonight because it was more less detailed on how exactly everything needed to be done, and more conversational, with Moses talking to the Lord and Aaron contributing, and felt more like a story to read rather than an instruction manual. So I enjoyed it tonight. But anyway, I want to thank you for joining. Again, I'm reading 2 chapters of the Bible each night, and I'm posting it to my YouTube page. I also post it to my Spotify channel for anybody that missed it here live. And I appreciate you for joining me on this little journey through the Bible. Hope your week started out great today. Hope you are enjoying your Monday night. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon.